So, hello everybody, and thanks for visiting again the website of the World Federation for Neurorehabilitation. At the transition phase between 23 and 24, starting a new year, let me say some words about the situation. Fortunately, the World Federation is in pretty good shape. We had an increasing number of national society, an increasing number of personal members again last year. I think we were successful in following our major elements of our mission. uh, I only want to mention our initiative on community-based and family-based rehabilitation, a lot of webinars and teaching activities. We had at least two big regional meetings, which we were successful, one in Europe in Lyon and one for the Asian Oceanic region in Bangkok last year. Let me express my gratitude again to all the colleagues who helped us very much to bring this forward. At the moment, my feeling is that there is a general tendency, especially in the richer countries in the world, of some feeling, a negative feeling of despair, because the original bright outlook to the future is changing to some extent. The question is if this is justified, and I think for us, it's certainly not justified. WFNR is always thinking in a positive direction, and I come to that in a minute. We certainly have a lot of arguments that this is not an illusion, but more the truth than just having feelings of despair. Of course, the world still has a lot of severe problems, mankind-threatening problems as climate change. Still, poverty is a problem around the world. But nevertheless, when you look carefully at the data of the last 5 years, so then you will see that many of these parameters have improved. We haven't reached a plateau yet, and we haven't reached the desired solutions to this yet. We are still faced with unnecessary hostilities and conflicts and wars in the world. The position of WFNR in this respect is absolutely clear. We think wars are never a solution. We think wars are a violation to the human mind. And all sorts of negotiation, avoiding hostilities, avoiding brutality, avoiding riots and things like that are absolutely mandatory for the future of the entire civilization. Nevertheless, we also see a very lot of very positive developments. One element to this is the progress in technologies which may help us to do our work better. These are digital communication technologies, artificial intelligence, and many others. And fortunately, last year, WFNR was able to implement some of these activities in our daily work. And this opens, of course, new avenues of thinking. I would envisage that the entire world of medicine will change dramatically within the next 5 or 10 years to come, with better tools, with better technology, with better knowledge on genetics, on the microbiome, and many other aspects. And we are in a transition phase between general medicine and focalized or personalized medicine. And I think we certainly have to make our minds up in how far we can be a part of this. One element, of course, is we have learned an awful lot over the last decades from evidence-based medicine. On the other hand, we know that, especially also in the field of neurorehabilitation, we have not really been able so far to develop real game changers. And one of the reasons this may be that we are a little bit stuck with the epistemology of evidence-based medicine, in the sense that that may eventually take us away from being innovative enough for new solutions. That will probably change, and we have to think more and more about the, let's say, discrepancy between a statistical model as evidence-based medicine and a personalized model as focalized or precision medicine should mean. And we will work on this very much. We will go on with the development of new technologies. But as you know, I mentioned very often, good neurological rehabilitation is not critically dependent on technology. And very simple methods, as constraint-induced movement therapy, for instance, have been extremely successful and probably were not game changers, but are the important key elements which can be implemented everywhere. And the usage of digital communication technology, of metaverse and artificial intelligence will help us very much to come to one particular point, and that is to reach much more people in the world than we did today. We are faced with a situation that also in near future, still hundreds of millions of people in the world will not have access to decent neurological rehabilitation, and these technology may help us to find low threshold ways of distributing knowledge, skills, techniques, and all of this. We will see, and we will certainly go on with this also in 1924. In 1924, we will have the big World Congress on neurorehabilitation the end of May in Vancouver, Canada, and some other really compelling meetings at the moment. We have more than 800 abstracts submitted for the Montreal meeting. The deadline is still open until the end of February, and so we will probably even have more interesting, fresh material to be presented in Vancouver. So I would very much to wish all of you a happy new year and all success in all what you do for 1924. I look forward that we will have a good year also for the WFNR, and nevertheless we have to stay to say that it's on us how we bring this field forward, and I'm very confident that this organization will be in a position to do that. Do not hesitate if you have any questions to ask us directly, Tracy and our office in England, and we will certainly try to react as soon as possible to all good suggestions or criticism from your side. So in this sense, to you, your families, co-workers, friends, and everyone, a happy new year, and I look forward to an even better and more intensive cooperation in this year. Thank you very, very much indeed.